Hello, this is Triflic.
And this is Trntbl.
And we are the Scapeshifters, here with a modern matchup for you guys. I am playing Merfolk.
And today I have something special. I finally have it after so many months. Naya Burn is a thing. It exists in completeness. So, without any further ado or excitement, let's go ahead and get started. We'll draw those first 7.
Oh no, we gotta...
Oh, we gotta roll. That's
first.
the thing. That's the thing we have to do.
Got an 8. I like 8s.
I don't like 4s.
I'll play. It's really important in this matchup because player draw can really call the game for Merfolk over here. Whew, this hand, I'm going to show it. It is... It's definitely not awesome. It has a little bit of interaction. We don't really want to use this, but in some situations we kind of have to. So we're gonna keep this. It's not great. We'd like an Aether. We'd like a little more to do, but it's fine.
Cool. So this hand is a bit of a risky keep, but I think we're gonna do it anyway and hope for the best. It is a 1-lander, so we're gonna be really afraid of that seize. That could be a problem for us, but otherwise we've got some good answers here. So we're gonna hope for the best. Keep it.
Okay. We're on the play, so I'll go Island Pass.
Seems good. Draw for turn. That was a mediocre draw. That's okay. We'll go ahead and play our Arid Mesa. We will crack that. Go ahead and take Una Dos Tres, and fetch up a green source. There's our Stomping Grounds. I'll shuffle that momentarily for the sake of time. Tap our Stomping Grounds. Get out of Gabo Gabo. And we'll go ahead and get in there for 2.
Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, so we'll go there. So we could use this here. We could also use this. I think this is the best option. This is just a little nasty, especially since we have this and you can just keep kind of stalling. So we're gonna Vapor Snag that Goblin Guide.
Rude. Yep, that'll go back to my hand and I'll lose another life. I wanted to take 4 damage.
What's going on here?
Trntbl just angry about something.
You can go away. Okay, cool.
It was angered that you turn 1 Boros Charmed me.
That wasn't a Boros Charm.
Go ahead. I mean, I lost 4 life off of it, so...
True.
Effectively a turn 1 Boros Charm.
Oh, we'll take that. I like that. I like how that works. We're going to go with a Wonderwine Hub, revealing a Silvergill Adept. Oh, you didn't see it. We're good.
Poor.
We're going to reveal a... we're going to play Silvergill Adept, reveal Lord of Atlantis, and draw a card. Pass back.
Untap, upkeep. Draw for turn. That's another mediocre draw. 2 mediocre draws in a row. That's not great. Go ahead and put that Gabo Gabo back out there. Get in for 2 again.
Okay, let's see what we get. Alright, we get a Mutable in our hand. Great.
That's unfortunate.
So, at this point, move the contents of our hand. We have this guy. So, and we see that he's stuck on 1 land, which is nice. Although, I think, because he's stuck on 1 land, we're going to block here.
Sure. Seems good. Thanks,
trade.
I'll be okay with that. Pass turn.
And that's fine to share a Silvergill Adept because it's essentially a free card. Okay, so we'll go Mutavault and Spreading Seas, your Stomping Ground.
I may just be screwed.
And
go ahead and hide that away and cry a little bit.
And pass back.
Cool. As our tears continue to drip down our face, we will not draw another land. I think we've lost. I think we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, cool. Get to discard. Most fun thing in Burn is to discard your hand. So we'll go ahead and discard this Goblin Guide and pass turn.
Yeah, so normally we would not have played that Spreading Seas this turn. We would have let the Goblin Guide through and played this. But because we saw he was stuck on 1 land, Spreading Seas is a great hit there.
Pretty wrecked right now. We might just lose this. We kept a greedy hand. Might come back to bite us.
Okay, so we'll play Mutavault. And we really would like another island right now, so we could really start powering stuff out. But I think the first step to powering things out is go ahead and play a Mirror Jury. Pass turn.
Seems good. Please be a land. Cool, not a land. Go ahead.
You have to discard?
Yeah, I do actually have to discard. I'm just going to discard this here Rift Bolt. Yeah. I didn't want to play cards.
Okay, there we go. There's our land. So now we're going to do stuff. So we'll tap 2 and play Master of the Pearl Trident. Untap Island.
I'm so wrecked.
Tap 2 more. Go for another Master of the Pearl Trident.
So wrecked.
Untap Wonderwine Hub. And then we'll tap Mutavault, animate Mutavault, and swing in for 9.
I'm just going to concede here. There's nothing. We'll show this hand. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these things that I cannot play. Was the land coming? No. 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 There it was. There it was. We were 2 turns out. We would have been really, really dead. We kept the 1-land hand. The primary reason for keeping that 1-land hand is we had this Grim Lavamancer in our opening hand, and we really wanted to be able to make use of that Grim Lavamancer and just tearing up his board. However, we didn't hit a second land, and we weren't really able to do that. The Spreading Seas was the final nail in our coffin. So, well, it looks like Naya Burn falls to fish in Game 1. We'll be back for Game 2 and some sideboard tech, so stay tuned. And we're back for sideboard tech here. So we're going to have out on top, in on bottom, and I'll go ahead and start it off here. So we're going to be taking out our usual 4 Eidolon of the Great Revel against the fish, because Eidolon really is a dead card for us if he drops an Aether Vial. If he drops an Aether Vial, Eidolon is basically going to be a death sentence. It's a dead card in our hand. We just don't want it. So we need to bring in some answers to fish. We need 2 paths here. This is primarily going to be our answer to Master of Waves, which we really don't have another answer to at all main board. Actually, we don't have an answer main board. So we need this as an answer. We're going to bring in a Grim Lavamancer. That'll bring us to 2 total in our board, and then a Lightning Helix. Just does some extra damage, because there's nothing better in our sideboard to bring in.
Alright, so what we're going to take out is, take out Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas did work for us last game, but it's not great, especially on the draw. It's too slow. It doesn't do enough things. It can be explosive and it can be awesome, but it's just not good enough. There are times you might want to leave it in, especially against Naya Burn, because you can really screw over a Nacatl or just any of his double-costed spells, but I like to take it out. Take out 1 Master of Waves on the draw. We're going to bring it back in on the play. On the draw is just too slow. I've lost so many games where I've got that turn 4 Master Wave ready, huge thing of tokens, and I just go bolt, and I die. So I'd rather have the counter magic. We're taking a Cavernous Souls in favor for this Ghost Quarter, because we don't need a Cavernous Souls. He's not going to counter our creatures. We're fine on that account.
You don't know. I can have Mana Tithe. I can have my main board Mana Tithe. You don't know my life.
Yeah, we're going to get in the Ghost Quarter instead. I'll explain that in a second. And we're going to take out just Member, because we don't want to deal ourselves damage. So Ghost Quarter. It's really good. We have 1 in the main board, 1 in the sideboard. We're going to bring 1 in. It's really good against Naya Burn.
It's really annoying against Naya Burn.
Because they have the Wild Nacatls. And you can block a Wild Nacatl that's a 3/3 with your Silvergill Adept. At end of turn, you can Ghost Quarter their planes, which is usually a Sacred Foundry. And then the Wild Nacatl will shrink to a 2/2 and die.
It's unfortunate.
Which is it's really good value in that case. It also screws up their mana a lot. It's a good card. It gives us something to do when we start to flood out too. 2 Negates and 2 Dispels for counter magic. That's self-explanatory. And 2 Tidebinder Mages to tap down as creatures. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to Game 2.
Sounds good.
And we're back for Game 2. Let's go ahead and draw our starting 7.
Sounds good.
I'll go ahead and show.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So this is not the best hand, but it's not bad. It's not bad in any means. We have enough land to get our stuff out. We'd like more islands, but we should be able to draw into them, especially because we're on the draw. We have a little bit of early game stuff, and this is going to fill out our late game, and hopefully it'll get us to the win. We're going to play really reactively on the draw, so sometimes it's better to get his hand with counter spells, but this hand is just good enough that it's better than a 6.
Seems good. So this hand is really solid, just really solid all around. It's got a lot of early game gas, so we do have a little bit of worry of burning out too fast, pun intended, but other than that, we really look good. We get a nice explosive start, which is really what we want against Fish before he can really stabilize and be able to cast counter magic and creatures at the same time. This kind of forces him to choose one or the other. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, we're going to lead off with a turn 1 Arid Mesa. We'll crack that, take just 1, and search up a mountain. See if I can find my fancy foil mountain. Probably won't. Ah, of course. Last one I find, not fancy foil. That's fine. Alright, we'll tap our mountain, and surprise, surprise, drop a turn 1 Swiftspear, and get in there for 1.
Bink.
First time ever, the joke that I'm already winning doesn't apply.
We're tied! Ha 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 ha! Okay, you go ahead and draw. Okay, Alan Cursecatcher.
That's really unfortunate for us. Not what we wanted to see. That's okay. We do have other ways to play around it.
Cursecatcher is best catcher.
Cursecatcher is worst catcher.
No, he's the only catcher.
Get slayed.
He's by definition the best, and I suppose the worst.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, that was actually a beautiful draw for us. We're going to go ahead, Stomping Grounds, take 2. So we're going to go ahead, tap 1, Lava Spike for 3.
Yeah.
And then suspend a Rift Bolt.
Yep.
Rift Bolt's great in this case because Cursecatcher can't just counter it. It also gets around Dispel. It's just a really great card in this matchup. We're going to go ahead and get in there for 2.
Yep.
And pass it back.
Okay, good cards. That's a good card, but we're not going to play it. We're going to play Ghost Quarter, Silver Adept, and we'll reveal Master of the Pearl Dragon.
Gross.
That's good. Hopefully we can get some islands at some point. And this point we're going to swing in with the Cursecatcher, because we're probably going to block with it.
Sure. I'll take one.
Good.
Untap. Upkeep. So let's take a look at our hand here. We have to decide what we want to do with this Rift Bolt, and I think in this case we're just going to keep racing. We'll send that right to face. And draw for turn. That is a really nice card to be drawing. We are happy to see that. We'll go ahead and play this Sacred Foundry. Take 2 off that. That is one weakness of Naya Burn. It does itself a lot of damage, and you really have to do it quickly because you don't have any choice. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and swing with our Monastery Swiftspear, which is currently a 2/3.
Yeah, well, we have to block here. We got to preserve our life total.
Sure, that's fine. We're going to tap 2 and Boros Charm you for 4.
Yep. 7.
Cool. Damage can go ahead and resolve. That'll die. Then we're going to go to second main, tap 1, play our Grim Lavamancer, and pass the turn back.
Yeah, this is not looking great on the Merfolk side of the table. Okay, so we got an island. So that helps. But that Grim Lavamancer makes things really nasty. I'm going to go with island here. Tap 2, Tidebinder, and we got to hit the Lavamancer. We'd love to go for the Swiftspear, but the Lavamancer can't be blocked. So that's what we'll do there, and we'll pass back.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw for turn. That's a decent draw. No reason to be upset about it. We're going to go ahead and get in with that Swiftspear.
Alright. I think it's a good time as any to throw a Cursecatcher under the bus.
Sure, that seems good. We'll go ahead, tap 2, Atarka's Command. We'll deal you 3 damage and give it +1/+1.
Okay.
Because we can.
So, what we're going to do here, we really... how many cards do you have in hand?
Uno!
So he has 1 card in hand. Staying at 7 would be awesome here. So what we're going to do is we're going to Ghost Quarter our own island.
Oh, there's some serious tech coming in here. Serious
We're
tech.
going to go get an untapped island.
Smell that Dispel. Smell it. It stinks. Reeks. Disgusting blue magic floating around the world. God.
Better get used to it. Control's going to be up there.
Oh my god. The new unbannings is blowing my mind.
Okay. And we're going to Spell Pierce that.
Unfortunate. Highly, highly unfortunate. Okay. Damage can go ahead and resolve. Cursecatcher will die. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and tap the Sacred Foundry and suspend another Rift Bolt.
And it's worth noting that I should have sacrificed the Cursecatcher there. Forced him to tap his mana and then Spell Pierced.
Yep.
Because the Cursecatcher was going to die anyway, and that way he wouldn't have been able to play his Rift Bolt. That was a misplay on my part.
Yep. Pass back.
Okay, so the unfortunate thing about Ghost Quartering ourselves for the tech is that now we are behind on mana. And we're not drawing lands, which is not good because lands are important. So because of that, we're going to play Silver Adept and reveal this Master of the Pearl Dragon.
Seems good.
And hope we can draw into land. We didn't draw into land. That
Seems
good.
unfortunate.
I'm not really sure what he's going to do with that Rift Bolt, but we want to preserve our life total here. But I think we need to start whittling him down. So we're going to swing him with the Tidebinder Mage. See, he's too often. He can Rift Bolt our face, or he can Rift Bolt our Tidebinder. Rift Bolt our face, which is probably might be the better option for him, because then he can just draw into burn. But if he Rift Bolts the Tidebinder, he unlocks his Lavamancer next turn. Then he can... We're going to swing with the Tidebinder. We need to start taking him down a little bit, or we're never going to win this game.
I'll go to 12.
I'll pass back.
Alright, untap, upkeep. So, we have 2 options like Triflic just said. We can send it to the Tidebinder, we can send it to his face. In this case, we know he's tapped out, so he doesn't have an answer on hand. His, Cursecatcher's dead now, so he can't just counter our stuff. We're going to send this Rift Bolt to face, put him to 4.
Actually, you did have 3. You could have hit your own Spear.
I could have. That would have been a poor decision. And that's going to put him within Boros Charm range, and we're just going to kind of pray for this to be a Boros Charm. So we're going to draw for turn. Unfortunately, it's not a Boros Charm. It's the next best thing. We'll go ahead and Lava Spike you for 3.
1!
And we'll go ahead and swing in with this Swiftspear and force him to block.
Chump.
Pass the turn back.
Chump. Okay, so, can we get a land? That's great. We really wanted a land here. So we're going to keep cycling these Silver Adepts.
That's annoying.
Reveal Master of the Pearl Trident again.
Seems good.
And draw. Okay, this is... So this card, I want to hold up this, but this guy actually saves us from a top-decked Riftbolt, so we got to play this Cursecatcher.
Okay, that seems good.
Okay, so we're at 1 life, which is not fun. So basically what we're going to do here, we really want to keep whittling him down. So if we attack with Tidebinder, he has 3 things you can draw. You can draw a creature, a land, or a burn spell, essentially. Or like a path or something like that. But if he draws a creature, we need 2 blockers, which we have. If he draws a burn spell that's not Riftbolt, we die. So we can't really play to that contingency. We need to play to our outs. So our outs are eventually kill him, so we'll swing him with the Tidebinder Mage.
Sure.
Pass back.
Alright, we'll untap, upkeep, and pray for burn spell. There it is.
And we'll sacrifice Cursecatcher.
Cool, we'll pay for the Cursecatcher.
Alright, that's a scam.
Seems good.
Yeah, you always want to sacrifice the Cursecatcher, because I have sacrificed the Cursecatcher before, my opponent just went, okay, and put the burn spell in the graveyard. And he had open mana, but he missed it, misread the card.
Truth be told, I have done that. When it's late, you're not thinking about it, you're just playing some casual Magic. It happens, man.
Always,
it happens.
always play your outs. Always play your outs. Your opponent can have a heart attack and die for all you know.
Trudeau! Alright, well, on that contingency, we're going to go ahead and move to Game 3. Keep watching, guys.
Okay, and we're back with sideboards after Game 2. So for us, we're going to be on the play now. So that makes Master Waves good again, and it lets us bring on our favorite card, Chalice of the Void. This card is fun. I like this card a lot. So in order to accompany this, we're going to take out Kira. Kira's just kind of mediocre. It's good, but it's slow and it's clunky, and we want to race. Which, you know, kind of goes against taking out Mirror Ujiri. But on the play, it's not great. Like, it's not a great card to begin with. That's because it dies easily into 3 mana investment. On the play, we want to be really mana efficient because we're going to be trying to kill him quickly. So we want to be able to, like, pay 2 for a Lord turn 3 and have mana open for Spell Pierce, Dispel, Vapor Snag, whatever. And then we want the Master Waves because we can get to the mana and actually play it and be able to win with it in time. So that's what we'll do.
Seems good. We're going to bring out a 1-of Goblin Guide and the Lightning Helix we brought in earlier. And we're going to bring that in for 2 Destructive Revelry because we know he's going to be bringing in that Chalice. That's just kind of the standard for Merfolk players. They're going to bring in that Chalice when they're on the play. And we have to be able to answer that. If we don't, we just kind of lose. So we have Destructive Revelry as the answer for that. And we don't want to bring in 3, even though we have 3 in our sideboard, because it really can be a dead card if he doesn't have a Vial out and if he doesn't have the card I just said was bad, that I can't remember now. Thank you. It's one of those nights. Anyway, we're really worried that if he doesn't play that, we'll have this Destructive Revelry stuck in our hand, and that's just no good. Dead cards are bad in burn, so we need to make sure we don't add too many. So we'll go ahead and put those in, take those out, and we'll be back in just a second for Game 3.
And we're back for Game 3. Let's go ahead and draw.
Seems good.
Aw, man, this is an example of a hand that doesn't have any blue lands in it.
That sounds unfortunate. While Triflic goes and tries to find some blue lands, we're going to go ahead and show this hand. This is a very nice hand. Very, very nice hand. We've got all the lands we could need, and just some solid early game gas. Not to mention our fancy foil mountain. Eee! Okay, I'm sorry I made that sound. I'm sorry you had to hear that. We'll go ahead and keep this hand and let Triflic find better 6.
Okay, let's see. Well, that also doesn't have a land in it. It has a Chalice of the Void, which is, you know, fun. But, yeah, no. Down to 5.
Seems very unfortunate.
Indeed.
We're quietly very happy about this. Quietly. So I don't know about you guys, but do you all ever get these weird, like, deposits of strange gunk on your cards? Because, like, I get them all the time, and I don't know what they're from, and they just kind of appear, and then you scrape them off, and it's weird. I assume other people get these. Am I alone?
I get them.
So, like,
You get them worse than I do.
I get them worse than I do. I've heard some people say they're deposits from sweat, which is possible because I have really sweaty hands, especially when I play Magic. I don't know if anybody actually knows the real reason. I would love to see it in the comments because I have no clue, and I would love to know what strange foreign substances have inhabited my cards. So, if you could let me know, I would be very pleased.
5.
Big Duran.
It's keepable. It's probably one of the best 5s we could hope for. Lands, creatures. Seems good. Let me get a scry.
Seems gross.
Scry. It's really not something we want. I didn't show that. It's okay. I think we gotta buy it. We need to search for blue. Hold on that.
Seems good. You got the plan.
I want to go.
Seems even better. Alright, that was a decent draw. Nothing spectacular. We'll go ahead and play this Stomping Grounds, take Uno Dos, and play one of my favorite cards and burn Wild Nacatl. Pass the turn.
Hopefully we're going to build an island. Oh, we did! And that means we can Tidebinder Mage that Wild Nacatl.
That's very saddening.
And pass back.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. Well, that's okay, because we're going to go here and Searing Blaze.
I hate that card.
We are totally okay with that. We'll go ahead and pass it back.
That's no good. That is the opposite of good. That is what one would call bad, actually. I don't want to start getting hit for damage, so we're going to bounce the Wild Nacatl.
Rude.
Good. We have successfully held that thing off for 3 turns.
That's very annoying. Very sad. Deeply saddened. I don't know if you can tell how deeply saddened we are. It's very deep. We're going to go ahead and tap 1. We will play a Swiftspear here. And we'll go ahead and attack with that Swiftspear.
Okay, so... So he's going to end up taking 3 off that fetch no matter what. So he'll be down to 15. This can... He can put us down pretty low with this swing. I think we almost want to race, especially since we were tempo him out so hard earlier. So we'll let that through.
Sure, you can take 1.
Yeah, we made the right decision.
We're going to crack, take 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to shock you all here, and this may be a bad play, but we're actually going to grab another Stomping Grounds, and we're going to play out 2 Nacatls.
Okay.
And then pass the turn back.
That's a lot of scary things. However, they are scary 2/2s instead of scary 3/3s, which I like more than scary 3/3s. Okay. Silver Adept to reveal Lord of Atlantis, and hopefully draw a land. That's a land. It would have been better if it was a blue land, but whatever. Beautiful. Oh!
Did I take that 3? I don't know if I took that 3. I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Okay, so what we want to do here? Looking at his board, Nacatls, do we think he has another land in hand? He has 3 cards in hand. If he has another land in hand, we're at 16, and we're in a pretty good position actually. So it might be best to swing in with at least the Silver Girl Adept here. And if he wants to trade with one of the Wild Nacatls, that's fine. If not, we're whittling him down too. So, yeah, we'll push into.
We'll take 2, go to 13.
And pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. That's an okay card. Not a great card. Decidedly okay. We do have that other land, so we're going to be dealing ourselves a lot more damage. So we're going to go ahead, we'll crack that, take Uno Dos Tres, deal ourselves all the way down to 10, grab that Sacred Foundry, and buff up our Nacatls. Board is now Super Skur. That is the hope at least. Alright. We do need to be careful about swinging out here, because if he drops 2 lords, we could be in a little bit of trouble. Not dead type trouble, but a little bit of trouble. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and Alpha Strike.
So we would really like to preserve our creatures here. Whew, but if we get hit with... Because right now we're swinging over 7. If he Atarka commands us, that'll go to 10, 11, 12, 13. We're at 3, and we can just die. So what do we want to do here? This is not a good predicament. Those Nacatls are disgusting.
Nacatls so fun. So fun. Nacatl is a big part of why I actually want to build Zoo. I'm looking at maybe building Zoo.
I'm going to block 1 Nacatl. Swinging with that Silver Gill was a little bit greedy. But we took a risk on that, and it doesn't appear to be paying off for us.
So we're going to tap 2. We're going to Boros Charm you for
Yeah.
4, and that'll also buff our Swiftspear. She'll take 5 there, 4 there, and damage can resolve. That guy will die. And second main, we're going to tap 2 and suspend 2 Rift Bolts.
This isn't looking good.
And pass the turn
It's
right on back.
decidedly looking, what you would say, bad. Okay, so we got an island. Woo!
Slow clap. Cricket chirp.
Lord of Atlantis.
Okay, that's a thing.
So we do not die straight up next turn. Hopefully. Go!
Okay, so we're going to untap, upkeep. There's only one logical play. We'll send these both to the face. We're going to put them down to 1. And hope for Burn Spell. Burn Spell. Yeah.
And, I will activate this, or whatever, Mutable.
Seems good.
I'll tap this Mutable, activate this Mutable.
Seems good.
I'll tap this Mutable for 1 mana, and then I'll die.
Seems good. Alright, so Naya Burn has outpaced Fish here in a really close 3 it's like 2 in the morning. 3-game match. So I think we can see Naya Burn versus Fish is really a very skill-intensive game. It's also a very die-intensive game. Whoever wins that die roll really often wins. I think Triflic was probably 1 turn out of killing me if I hadn't killed him there.
Oh yeah, because I had the 2 lords in hand. I scooped up my board. That was a little preemptive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had these guys. If I'd been able to survive another turn, I would have been able to swing in Mutavolts. I could have had Mutavolts going. I actually think I would have only put them to 1. But
Would draw Searing Blaze. Could have touched
Yeah.
1.
it would have been close. It would have been nasty. We went to 5. We held her around pretty well for a 5 card hand. I'd say.
I would agree with that. This was kind of crazy. Naya Burn is, I will say, coming from Mardu Burn, I would say Naya Burn is much more explosive and much faster. It definitely plays Fish much more, much better in general than Mardu Burn does. Mardu Burn actually comes in the mirror a little bit better, having played against Naya Burn with Mardu Burn. Mardu Burn's actually a little better in the mirror because it doesn't have to deal itself with as much damage with the shocks and fetches as Naya Burn does. I do know some Naya Burn decks are actually running Cliff Chop Retreat and Copperline Gorge as an attempt to mitigate some of that. I'm not a big fan of that because that's going to be a big issue with turning on your Nacatls, and we always want to make sure we're able to turn those on. And
I'm not sure if all Naya Burn decks run Nacatl though.
that is true. Some don't. Some don't. Most do.
They do it just for Atarka's command and
Yeah.
Revelries.
Both are pretty great. Anyway, that's beside the point. That's for a primer that'll come out later. Actually, very soon we're going to have a primer on Naya Burn, and I think we're also going to have one on Fish, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So we're going to have some primers coming out. We're going to have some speculation. We're going to talk about Standard, because Standard is cool, and we're also going to talk about the recent unbannings. So stay tuned for those videos, and we'll see you later. This has been another Modern Matchup from the Scapeshifters. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.